Hello everyone and welcome to the final mission of Reflected Simulations' big show campaign for the DCS Spitfire. This mission is called Rommel, and I suspect that this is the mission during which Rommel's staff car was attacked from the air, and I think he was in fact injured. The mission itself is a low-level recce between Falaise and Lisieux. We are going to be taking off at Lens-sur-Mer, which is the same airfield we operated from in the previous mission. And at altitude, there we go, 5,000 feet, fairly low. Quick look at the mission map, then we'll be flying southeast on 142, then up to Lisieux, and then back home. So not a terribly long flight. The front line basically cuts Caen in half. Before I jump into the cockpit, Reflected Simulations have kindly offered to give away a copy of a campaign to someone who watches videos on this channel. If you'd like to win a Reflected Simulations campaign, all you need to do is paste the name of the campaign into the comments to this video within 48 hours of the video being published, and I will then select someone from the group and that person will be contacted about how we can deliver a campaign to them. I'll paste a list of all of Reflected Simulations campaigns in the video description to make it easier to copy and paste the campaign of your choice. In the cockpit now, I'm going to set the airplane up for takeoff shortly. This sounds like there's some aircraft overhead. There we go. Formation of Spitfires whipping past. Going to take a while just to get the aircraft set. It is no rush for this mission. Checking what we've got for loadout. A single bomb on board. Okay, brakes are on, so now we'll go through tuning on the switches. Check for clear prop.
All clear. Switches on.
Fuel cock, pressure valve, pump on, unlock the primer. 5 pumps today. There are some other aircraft over there. And let's start the engine. We can now lean right out of the cockpit with the cockpit open, which is really nice. There we go. They've adjusted the head limits in the most recent patch, alongside a few other bits and pieces, including the lighting, which is why it's quite bright again. I have adjusted my gamma down already since the patch came out, but I'm still finding it to be quite fluorescent, particularly the grass, as you can see there. It's a very sort of bright fluorescent yellowish green. I'm hoping they will adjust that back down to where it was previously, because I think they had a really nice balance of daylight colouring and they've just lost that a little bit. Ready for taxi now. Let's go forward. And then I'm going to head over to the threshold, which looks to be over there. We also have now this wind sound, which when we're taxiing fast you can hear. And when we're flying with the canopy open is even louder. There's other aircraft taxiing about. A couple of troopies standing rather close to the flight line over here. It's a bit dangerous, guys. Shouldn't you be a bit further back? Bit of a bump there as we come up off the... well, just judder over a piece of grass. I do have an AI aircraft taxiing towards me on the right here. Going to give him a bit of space. What's he going to do? Now he's got right of way. He's already on the runway. I'll just stop here short and see what he does. The approach is clear. He's carrying a bomb too. He could be one of my guys. He's stopping. I'm going to line up. Do have some aircraft overhead. Let's get the radio on. Just go knocking past this guy. Please don't taxi forward. Alright, he's not taxiing forward, which is good news for me. I'm gonna get airborne straight away. I should get clearance. There we are. Can hear the wind getting louder now. I've got the canopy open. I'm gonna go with 10 pounds boost because I have the bomb on board. Let the nose drop it for a fraction and we'll get airborne pretty much straight away. There we are. Wheels are off. Bit of a nose jump there. But we've caught it and we're stable. And other aircraft in my formation are now getting airborne. Trim, trim, trim. Gear shows is up. Flap indicators are up. Flappers are in the up position. 6 Spitfires we are today. Very good. I will start a right-hand orbit here. Throttling back to lean mixture, which is about just under 4 pounds. It auto leans itself. 2400 RPM would be fine. And I've forgotten to adjust my altimeter. So I'm going to knock about 1,500 feet off the altimeter. Just to correct the difference it had when I spawned. Plenty of time for this mission, so I'm going to orbit once more to allow the wingman to form up. I can count 4 behind me. One last aircraft getting airborne now. He's just on the threshold. And there he is rolling. That's number 4. So 3 and 4 are now airborne. I think 5 and 6 were already airborne, possibly. They might have been the first to get up. I'm not going to take up my heading of 142 just yet. I'll get the aeroplane sorted. 4 is now wheels up. 3 is rejoining. Good. I'll now turn on to 140. There we are. That's 180. And keep coming left. Caen over there where the fires and smoke are. That's the city of Caen. 150. We'll roll out on about 145. There we go. 3,500 feet. We'll climb a little more. Leveling off at 5. Hear the wind, the blustery wind blowing. Time to close the canopy. Now we've just got the engine sound. Got rid of all that wind. Climbing up a little. A bit of wind from right to left, it looks like today. Relatively strong wind, actually. I can count 3 aircraft off to my left, so we're still missing 2 from the formation. Bring up the full 6. I think the other 2 should form up on the right, if we've got a lead finger 4. 4,000 feet. You can see the high angle of attack that we've got here as we climb. Higher than we would normally need if we didn't have the bombs on. Can adjust the throttle forward. 4,500 feet. We'll go for a little bit more height and then we'll level off. Ah, I see their chaps on the right. They're a bit further back. They are joining now. So it's probably time to level off just to make their lives a little easier. KK airfield is that airfield there, that concrete field, and left of that is the city of Caen. I'm trying to avoid that if I can, I think, because there's probably still a bit of flak there. That's 5,000 feet, give or take. Level off the aeroplane. Set the nose just above the horizon. Try and trim it out as best as possible. That's me, hands off now. Still dropping to the left and down. Couple more trims, hands off. Gonna have to trim the nose up once maybe. There we go. And we can see the chaps joining on the right. Everyone else on the left is in formation. Let's head down towards the target area. Slight left turn now so that we skirt around Caen. And turning on to 140. There's a formation dead ahead of me, moving right to left. It looks like 4 aircraft, and they're drawing a lot of flak. That has got to be friendly, which also means that we are now heading into the flak ourselves. It's just ahead of us. That formation of 4 is whipping away to our left, and from this angle, those silhouettes look like Spitfires. No call out from the wingmen, and they're not acting hostile, so they're not. Air defense target. That means we're just about to fly over a flak belt. Somewhere down there, enemy flak guns. Are they firing at us yet? No. Still firing at that formation off to our left. We're at 6,000 now. We're above our assigned altitude. I'm going to actually drop. Hopefully this will help throw off the flak as well. If we descend and climb a little bit, it'll make their jobs to get accurate fire on us a little bit more difficult. We'll descend down to about 5,000 feet and then we'll climb again. Heading is 160. I need to turn left 20 degrees. We'll do that now. Mid-descent. We'll make up that 20 degrees and then we'll start a little climb again. Still no flak. Do need some left rudder though. Almost south of Caen now. South and west of it. Heading's pretty good. 5 degrees off course, give or take. The wind is going to be blowing us around a bit. Oh, wow. That was loud. I'm going to open the canopy here. At the risk of getting shrapnel in the canopy, I want to hear how close this flak is. Yep, you can hear the flak bursting. It's close. Oof, it's rather close. Bursting in front of us now. They've got us air defense target 11 o'clock point 3. I wonder if it's worth attacking this. I think I'm just going to head south and get clear of it. Flak bursting all around. It's a pretty decent battery. Contact target 11 o'clock point 2. Now that armored target. Okay, I'm going to get my other section to engage the armor. Whoa, yeah. I've got light flak coming up at us now too. Okay, so the guys on the right are going to attack this armor. That section on the right. And I'm going to keep my chaps in a right-hand orbit here. See if we can see where this armor is. I might just keep an eye on the other section, which I told to attack the armor. Let's see if they set up for an attack. We'll just keep an eye on them. If they don't do anything aggressive that looks like a ground attack, then I'll call them back into formation. That looks like a turn. I don't know if this is a turn to rejoin or if this is a turn to line up on an attack. I'm going to just follow them. Never know exactly what the AI is going to do. Running in, he claims. Okay. Let's watch this. Flak's not with us anymore. Oh yeah, it's firing behind. We just threw the Flak off with that turn, but it's finding us again. Down they go. This is the run-in on attack for the AI section. There is ground fire coming up. Right, I'm going to follow them in. Oh yeah. Definitely ground fire coming from there. There's a whole section of vehicles down here. I'm going to drop a bomb as well. I'm set up nicely for this. Yeah. Bomb gone. Break off. Go left. Check behind. I think my bomb fell perhaps just a fraction short. Let's get the other guys to attack that target. I think it's worthwhile. My wingmen, engage. Engage ground targets.
Engage targets of opportunity.
Okay, max. All max.
Max aircraft. Engage ground targets.
There's a whole lot of tents down there too, so it's clearly a set target. There is a gun which I'd love to strafe, but they're so dangerous, those rapid firing lower caliber anti-aircraft guns. Really, really hard to attack. But he seems to be fixated on one of my wingmen, so if I can swing in from this angle while that gun is focused on someone else. Arm the gun. Okay, there it is. I'll try and line up. Oh, that tank firing at me. I don't think he hit me then. And I got the gun. Wow. That was a nice strike. Even if I might say so myself. I'm going to wait for the next attack and then I'm going to call the guys to rejoin formation. We've done enough damage here. There's another explosion on the ground. That looks like a secondary explosion actually from my run on that gun. I'm going to call everyone back into formation. We've done enough work here. Rejoin.
Max aircraft. Rejoin.
And I'm going to turn on to 140, which is our heading.
Rejoining formation.
18. Throttling back. That's 14 there. Alright, chaps. Rejoin, please. We're heading to Falaise. Trimming out. Just under 4 pounds boost. And I'll just do the old. No, rejoin formation.
Join up.
You. Rejoin.
Flight. Join up.
And second element, rejoin as well. Alright, everybody rejoin. It's going to take a while for these AI aircraft to break off their attacks and get back into position. I'm just going to head on 140 with relatively light engine settings, and hopefully they'll find me. We're going to keep heading towards Falaise, and then from Falaise we'll turn on to about 020-ish up towards the final waypoint. There is a lot of flak behind me, and I see an aircraft in amongst it. So that's one of the formation. I see a second one in there. At least two of the guys are still alive. A third one in there. Okay, we're still at least 4. And the other 2 behind on the right. So all 6 aircraft survived that little ground attack. We can now continue on our mission. And I think we're past the flak belt now too, which is good. Yes, we are. It's not a terribly long flight from here to Falaise. We'll just maintain a heading of about a little bit more south than we currently are, to be honest. This could be Falaise coming up here in amongst the smoke, this industrial town. We'll turn on to a bearing of about 1516 to correct for our slightly easterly heading. And head down towards Falaise. Got a stack of flak ahead of us, and this is Falaise that we're just approaching now. That is a friendly formation, and it looks like 4 single-engined aircraft, slightly higher than us. As soon as we get to Falaise, I'm going to turn left onto about 020-ish. We'll see if we can get an idea of these guys. I'm pretty sure they're friendly. I can't quite ID the type from here, but yeah. They look a little bit stubby. They could be P-51s. We are pretty much directly over Falaise now. I'm going to just tip the right wing to get a check, and then I'll go left wing. And I think that will circle us around the town. Yes, that is. I do not want to attack air defense targets. We'll circle around Falaise and turn on to 020, which is our heading for our final waypoint, our final turn point before we head back home.
Presto lead up to Kenway. Airborne with 4 Mustangs, proceeding to the target area.
Kenway to Presto Leader. Roger, your target will be marked with red smoke. Out.
Someone else has got a nice marked target. That's about our heading for Lisieux. I'm going to descend to about 4,000. We just got a bit high, above our 5,000 altitude. Don't want to drop it too low. Four and a half. Just bring the boost back. And this is a pretty decent heading. We'll level off at about 4,000 feet.
Aircraft, they are 3 o'clock, slightly below.
Right, we've just had a call out for aircraft. 3 o'clock, slightly below. Slightly below, 3 o'clock. Don't see anything. We're just coming up on Le Sur now. Right, I'm not sure where these enemy aircraft are. So I'm going to bring the formation into a climbing left turn to clear our 6. I've got everyone boosting heavily forward at the minute. I only see Spitfires here. Target 12 o'clock, 0.5. Still no sign of these enemy aircraft. These are all friendlies. I'm going to resume our patrol heading in the direction of Le Sur. We're all strung out in a line, one behind the other. All Spitfires here. Ah, what's that dead ahead? That's a flak burst. Not an enemy aircraft. Contact's right. 4 or 5 of the buggers. There. Let's see what they are. They appear to be drawing flak though, so this could be friendlies. Although, it looks like they're coming straight at us. So I've got 5 aircraft here. And a very gentle left turn, it seems. See if we can sneak up on them. I don't think they've seen us. There's all my boys directly behind me. We're underneath the enemy. Quick check that the guns are not on the safety. Here we go. I count 5 aircraft dead ahead. They're making a left-hand turn. Okay, they're definitely hostile then. My number 3 has just called them out. We're still gaining. They haven't seen us. We're right down on the deck here. See how close we can get before they react. We're going to be popping up right underneath these buggers. Oh, it looks like they're breaking into us now. Is that a break? They've got bombs on board. Okay, I'll take him out. Switch on to one of his leaders. And I'll try and get my wingman to engage.
Looks like some top brass. Max aircraft. Engage bandits.
Oh, okay. This guy's just dropped his bombs. Right, we're engaging the bandits now. Okay, I think he's out. That's 2 down. Let's just get this aircraft down low and scan the horizon for any more. I think those German aircraft were trying to do a bombing mission. We interrupted them. I've got another one here. He's got some pace. He's going up now. Yeah, he's booming. I'm going to follow him around. I think I can. See the little red engine. What's he doing? He's hanging in midair. He's getting shot at. Under his belly. I've got to throttle back so I don't blow this engine. High boost and low airspeed is a bit of a recipe for disaster.
We've destroyed several Panzers near Breckville. We're turning for home. Over.
Destroyed several Panzers near Breckville. The famous overclaiming of RAF
Presto leader. Acknowledged.
against tanks. That guy's getting shot up quite badly there. I'm going to brake back around because I'm just too slow to pull the nose up. Looks like they hit him pretty bad in the end. He's still flying. Spitfire's there. I think he may have bailed out. He's gone in. One of my guys has been hit. So I think the fight is over here. Now there was mention of a staff car or something at one point. One of the guys said something about top brass. Right, here are the lads. I'm going to engage, I think, a ground attack. There's a couple of roads coming out of this town, so no more enemy aircraft. Let's get the formation to engage ground targets, just in case there's anything here still that they can see that I can't. The AI tends to keep track of this stuff.
Max aircraft. Engage ground targets.
Is that smoke down there?
Wilco. Engaging ground targets.
No, it's just a shadow. So I've told the guys to engage ground targets. I'm just looking alongside these roads to see if I can see anything. There's another road over there as well. We'll see if we can find this top brass, which I'm guessing is the Rommel target. Can I see what's anything on that road? That looks clear. There's another road up here. This one. Don't see anything on that road either. Get my number 2 to engage. Engage, what have we got? Utility vehicles, that'll do. See if there's anything here to attack. I said Roger. He's running in as well. I can see him behind me. Let's see what he attacks. I think that's him there. There's another aircraft down there too. This guy here, is he attacking? Hard to tell. I'm just going to circle to the north of this town until one of these friendlies makes an attack. That could be square wings there. I might have a German still here. I'm breaking in to check it out. No, it's a Spitty. So, other sections, look for ground targets. Second element, look for ground targets. Okay, they're saying negative, so there's probably nothing here.
Engage targets of opportunity.
Alright. So there's nothing here apparently. No one can find anything to shoot at. It looks like the staff car got it away. And old Rommel's gonna live to fight another day.
Max aircraft. Engage ground targets.
I'll put out a last call to engage ground targets, see if they identify anything.
Engaging ground targets.
And if they don't, we'll head home. Oh, armored target. Okay. So there is something here.
Max aircraft. Engage ground targets.
Come on, guys.
Wilco, engaging ground targets.
There's apparently armor. Or armored targets. Armored targets. Okay. So we've actually got someone running in now. This will be our first chance to see where he attacks. I'm looking for a single aircraft that looks like it's on an attack run. Oh, did I just see some...
Presto leader, to Kenway, check in, helps, RTB.
Two just called bombs away.
Acknowledged.
Rounds on target. Well, I have no idea where he's attacking. Could be miles away from here. Alright, well, it's very difficult to know exactly where my number 2 aircraft is attacking. Whatever was here, the rest of these guys can't pick it up. So I'm going to take our aerial victories home with us. Because whatever we were supposed to attack, I'm unable to find. Could be miles away from here anyway. Or turn north. And vector for home. Got a little scrap with those 109s though. That first little bit where we broke into their turning formation when they first spotted us. And they had their bombs on, so they were still pretty slow and useless. Managed to nail a couple of them just in that first turn. And at that point you've got the advantage in the fight. It's pretty much all over. It would have been 6 on 3 or 6 on 2 by that point. Bit of flak off to the right. Now we'll head up towards the coast, which is long 12 o'clock, and from there we'll vector back along the coast to Long-sur-Mer and land. Here's our last section of the flight then coming in. I'm going to do a overhead break of the field, so I'm just going to line up here. We'll go approximately down the center of the runway, and then I'll make a left-hand turn into the downwind. I'm going to do this at non-regulation low level. There's the green very light telling me that I can land. Roll left. Throttle back into the downwind. There's the threshold off to my left. 140, telling all my wingmen now to RTB.
Max aircraft. Let's go home. Roger. Returning to base.
Turn the lights on, open the canopy. Gonna do a bit of a short base turn here. Flaps and gear down already in the base turn. My wingman's struggling there. I've told you to go home, mate. Do it. And let's line up. Quite a steep approach here. The other guys are breaking off to RTB, which is what I want them to do. There's another very light. Super, super slow here. Put some power on. And we're down. I'll bring the aircraft to the left. It already feels like it wants to go that way. We'll get the aeroplane off to the side. Bring it to a halt. Well clear of the runway proper. That'll give my wingman a chance to land as well. Swing the nose around to the left. And let's stop the aeroplane here. Sortie complete. There is the conclusion to the campaign. I was credited with a couple of 109s and 1 or 2 ground units in that final mission. The campaign has been a success, and I think from a player perspective, certainly the way the campaign was designed, well done to Reflected Simulations. I would notch that one up as a success for you as well. If you wish to win a Reflected Simulations campaign, as I said earlier on in the video, all you need to do is write the name of the campaign you wish to win into the comments. I will just make sure that the entries are actually Reflected Simulation campaigns, and then I will draw an entry. And that person will win a campaign thanks to Reflected himself, who has offered to do this for us. Please note that I will only accept comments for 48 hours after the video is published. So if you wish to win the prize, then you need to make sure you get your comment in within 48 hours after the video is published. At that point, I will no longer be accepting entries. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for watching the entire campaign. If you've stuck with me for the whole lot, I will be posting a very short campaign summary video, and we may announce the winner of the little prize, if that person is willing to have their name announced, in the follow-up video. Thanks everyone once again. Happy hunting. I will see you up there.